What do you get when you have 2 microphones, a bottle of bourbon, and plenty of time to kill? It's the Bourbon Talking Podcast with Billy and Jimmy. Glad you found us. Sit back, relax, hang out with us for a while. Let's see what we get into. Jimmy.
What up?
Episode 21, man.
Season 2.
Season 2. Welcome to It's the Bourbon Talking Podcast. I'm Billy.
And this is Jimmy.
And Jimmy, what are we drinking and bitching about today?
We have what is called Barrel Vantage. I have never heard of this before. It was part of the whole shopping cart your wife and my wife picked up at the store and said, try it. And well, Here we are. And it's, hey,
that hit me hard.
Yeah, we're going to rate this at the end of the podcast, so stick around and don't read into the cringing as we're tasting it for the first time as a bad thing.
Okay, handwritten on the front of the bottle says 57.31%, so that is a 114 proof bourbon. This is jet fuel, baby.
Perfect, man. Hey.
Well, if our weed whackers run low, we know where to get some juice at.
And we run out of fuel.
I didn't even check my camera. Be sure it's pointing in the right direction. Sorry about that. How we doing, everybody? Hey, there you are over there. There you are over there. Boom. All right, good. The producer is half-ass. And, he's a good looking son-bitch, but, anyway, bear with him.
So, hey, want some good news?
I do want some good news. I always want the good news first.
So, the late night broadcast writers for Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers are all members of the Writers Guild of America, and they all went on strike today. Since we do not have writers, we can keep going. Our content might not be the best, but hey, at least we have a show of content. So
this has happened, but when did the Writers Guild go on strike?
I have no idea.
And we had, what happened from that was a couple of years after, like, who gives a shit about the, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, but the you have the Actors Guild and the Writers Guild, and basically it's a clan. It's basically, you can say as if actors had a union or if writers had a union.
Isn't the word guild just another word for the name union?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It has some symbiotics there, but anyway, this happened. If I say 10 years ago, that means it was 15 to 20 years ago. But what you'll see is probably 3 or 4 years from now, there'll be like no new movies out. Which, when's the last time you went to a movie theater anyway?
We did not too long ago. We went and watched Maverick.
Yeah. Before that, how long? It had been probably 3 years.
Years, yeah, it was years.
Man, with all the streaming services, with COVID, I mean, decimating we had some local private movie theaters around here. They didn't
Dinner
survive.
Theaters, yeah.
And, there were some cool that had been around for eons, had to close. So, but yeah, so we may see a lull in our entertainment. So,
but not here. We're still going to give entertainment.
And guess what, man? We're getting better and better and better because the producer of this show.
Honestly, your opinions do not count.
No, the producer of this show is getting a little better, man. He's learning Premiere Pro. You probably need to go to college to know how to operate that piece of software. I'm trying, man. It's plus I'm doing this in my spare time.
Yeah.
I don't have much spare time.
That we got to squeeze one more in before the cruise.
Right.
The next one should be cruise content.
Well,
after this one,
our listeners will be watching this one after the cruise.
So the next one after this one will be cruise content.
Right.
The next one will be cruise content. So I can say that's legitimate.
You're listening to this after we get back from our cruise, but we're gonna be looking. We're gonna have some tans on, and We're getting in
now
the,
you're scaring
getting in the
the
thong
two,
shape.
You're scaring the 2 listeners we do have.
Ooh-wee. Man, I just want to thank those 2 listeners too, man. We really appreciate you guys. You know who you are. You're out there. We see you. We hear you.
Both of you.
All both of you.
So, yep. Anyway, so, hey, no strikes here. We're putting out content. We write our own stuff, so that's why it's not very good.
We do try.
Oh, we try. It's not very good. And, and obviously, as we're learning to do this, there has to be certain key words in our YouTube videos to get hit so people can, use the algorithm to find us. So
it's all about beating algorithms, man.
So one of the key words is recipe. So the recipe to a good bourbon, ice.
Yeah. Just add ice. I like it.
So that's a key word for the YouTube algorithm.
Good.
Is
man.
Recipe. So
we're always trying to battle the algorithms to get to you peoples. So,
and if you want to listen to some music while you're drinking your bourbon, your perfect recipe bourbon, yes, music of your choice. Yes, another key word, people.
My conspiracy is they just trying to keep a good act down. If you're not out there doing Minecraft videos or giving away $1 million to, hit your Lamborghini with a hammer. I mean, nobody wants to watch that shit. But guess what? 400 million people watching all the time. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
Speaking of conspiracies, we got a whole bunch coming.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody likes a good conspiracy theory. The problem is most of my conspiracy theories I've had for the past 20 years is I'm probably batting about 97%. They're not conspiracies when they turn out to be true.
Like they came true. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking back the other day. I was a big 2020 or 2012, Mayan conspiracy when the Mayan calendar was ending. The Earth was going to implode. We was going to get hit by an asteroid, or we were going to find consciousness and start vibrating at a different frequency and be able to fly around the star. Whatever. Nobody knows. But anyway, nothing happened. It was a big nothing burger. So
burger is not on this list.
So a lot of people would speculate that the Mayan calendar was really at 2012 was when it not when it ended, but it was the end of an era or an epoch, and everything would just kind of morph or change. Or if you sit here today and look back at 2012 and how we lived back in 2012 and how life was and how the United States was and how world politics was, damn. They kind of hit it on the hammer, because ever since about 2012, it's crazy now. It is totally different now. Technology is boosting at the speed of light, and
it's now blowing up.
It is, the world's in total turmoil and chaos, and the government's trying to, I think, get us to a great reset and get rid of make us a cashless society and go into the, basically a central bank currency on the blockchain so that they can, what was that?
I don't know, man, but you're messing with my Minecraft.
I'm telling you, man. And we really need to get ready for China invading Taiwan. It's happening. And here's how I think it's going to happen.
Oh, tell me, because the clock is tick-tocking down.
The clock is tick-tocking down. By the way, Jimmy doesn't understand that it's not words you say.
Hey, I'm just
in
trying
the video.
anything here to get the ratings up.
He's okay. All right. Never
Play along.
Hey, the AI is actually watching the videos now, so maybe you'll be on to something. We'll see.
Hey, God loves a trier, and I'm just
That's
trying
right.
something different.
So Jimmy's gonna be
we can get to that third listener.
Jimmy's going to be inserting magical hashtags. See if you can find them like Easter eggs throughout this episode. So, as you know, we don't build shit in this country anymore. We do design computer chips and microprocessors. A lot of things are designed here, but everything is manufactured in Taiwan. If you need a computer chip made, yeah, I think we got a lot of embargoes going on that stuff, but my previous job, I had to design circuit boards and had to work with a manufacturer in Taiwan to get specific things done for automobiles. Everything is done in Taiwan. There's a small group in Texas that can produce circuitry for you. They are literally 100x in cost. So everyone gets everything done in Taiwan. A lot of people don't understand that there's probably 10,000 microprocessors on one wafer disk. And this is in a very controlled environment. When that one wafer disk comes down and the computers start printing the chips out on it, by the time it goes all the way through the manufacturing process and gets to the back door to where they're packaged as an individual microprocessor, that takes 18 months to happen. So we felt that big effect when COVID happened. During COVID, no one could go to work. No one could leave their house. So what they did, they sat on their couch. They bought shit off Amazon. They replaced their computers. They got new iPads and tablets, and they bought more TVs. They bought more laptops. They bought more video games. And it really, meanwhile, in Taiwan was locked down with COVID. No one could go to work. So there's a big stoppage on all the production of microprocessors. It crushed Ford. The TSMC was making the chips for the ABS computers on all the cars. They couldn't sell the cars. It was a Kentucky Speedway or whatever was filled full of Ford pickups. They would drive the trucks over there, park them, pull the ABS computer out of it, run back, grab another truck and drive it and park it. When you bought a new car, you only got one key with your car. You didn't get two keys because that key had a chip in it. And
I know.
So,
because I had the one key burn up in the house fire, and I didn't have two.
So my rambling is TSMC in Taiwan is extremely important to the security, the sovereignty, what am I trying to say? It's fucking important to the United States. Everything we build that has a computer chip, something's coming out of TSMC, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. I'm not a big fan of Warren Buffett, but Warren Buffett just sold billions of dollars worth of his stock in TSMC. That's kind of odd. We probably should watch that.
See why. Insider information.
Yeah. And where do you think he got that insider information from? I think I figured it out.
Bill Gates?
Nope.
China? Biden?
Nope. Senator Tommy Tuberville.
Oh, he's a Republican out of Alabama.
He is. He's also on the Senate Arms Committee, I believe, too.
He was the head coach at Auburn.
Yep. Well, he did something very odd here recently. He bought a bunch of put options on TSMC.
What is a put option?
A put option. So there's various ways that you can make money in the stock market. You can buy stock in hopes that, okay, I bought it at $10 a share today. My hopes and dreams is that tomorrow it will be worth $15. And then you sell your stock and you get the profit because you bought it at 10, you sold it at 5, and you made some money. So you also can make a bet that stocks are going to drop. And you do that without even having to buy the stock. I'm going to buy put options at a certain dollar amount, and I'm going to say that my prediction is that this stock is going to plummet. Something's going to happen. There's going to be a change with this company to where their shares are going to lose market value, and I'm betting on that. I'm placing a bet. So Tommy Tuberville just did that. And right after he did that, Warren Buffett sold all his stock in Taiwan. So put on your tinfoil hats, because here's where she gets dicey. This is what I think is happening.
Is this a conspiracy theory?
Again, 97% of my last 20-year conspiracy theories have come out to be true. So as of right now, it's a theory. We'll find out in about 4 years if it's true. I think China is inevitably, they are about to attack Taiwan. What we have to do, what the United States have to do, is we either have to protect or we have to destroy TSMC. We can't let China get their hands on it. It's got too much proprietary. China steals everything from us anyway. Yeah. So if you work for TSMC, be careful. There may be a false flag attack coming. You may have a problem with your building, just like most of our manufacturing food plants here in the last 6 months in the United States have burst into flames, caught in fires, or had aircraft run into them. There's another conspiracy theory. What's happening there? But anyway, I think something's about to happen. Now, TSMC is also building a plant in Texas.
Taiwan?
They're building a plant in Texas.
I don't think China's going to come to Texas.
Not China, Taiwan.
I know, but see, Taiwan builds it in China.
Right. China's already in Texas.
Okay, boy, it went over your head. I just didn't think China's going to.
They got secret police stations everywhere. They're buying up property, and
they do.
So, but when that plant gets done, the day the lights come on and all the employees come to work, it is going to be 18 months from the day that TSMC comes live before the first chip comes out the back door. It's not quick. It's a very long process to get those chips going. So we have to, as of today, we still have to rely on TSMC in Taiwan for at least the next 3 to 4 years.
Well, so now I got two things to keep me up at night.
Yep.
You want to know what the first one was?
Your dog?
No, usually
howling and crying at the door.
Well, no, I mean, keeps me up at night is if I'm traveling at the speed of light, will my headlights work?
The answer is yes. The speed of light is perspective. Do you know that?
I know.
If I'm standing on the moon as you come flying by, here we go. Joke. Are you ready for this? If I'm standing on the moon as you come driving by at the speed of light and you turn your headlights on, I won't see the headlights come on.
That's where.
But from where you're at, your perspective, your headlights will shine just fine. Pretty strange, ain't it?
Okay. Wow. That joke took a hard left.
We're here to educate and entertain.
Wow.
Man, that shit's potent.
So on a lighter note, hey, they're all worrying about King Charles's coronation. It's going to rain.
When's the coronation?
May 6th, today we leave on a cruise.
How do you know it's going to rain in England on May 6th?
Oh, it rains in England every day.
Well, that's true. That place is worse than Portland, right?
Yeah, Seattle. People go, hey, what's it like in London? Hey, you ever been to Seattle? So, yeah, no, I'm like, really? It should not be a surprise. I mean, gosh, I was there for 6 months, and I swear it rained every day. So, take your bumper. That's umbrella over there.
They call it a bumper?
Mm-hmm. The bumper.
The bumper?
That's usually something we have in the front and the back of our car, but no, that's what they use to keep the rain off.
What do they hit people with in their cars? What's that called? What's a bumper called?
I don't know, a car. I know the boot is one thing, and
The boot's the trunk. I do know that.
See, and exactly. See, they got different names for shit. I don't know. Maybe that's the shoe up front instead of
Toss
the
him
boot.
in the boot.
I don't know. Maybe it's the shoe up front. I don't know.
And in remembrance of Mr. Gordon Lightfoot today, rest in peace, sir. I can see her. All right, Mr. Jimmy's back, and we're back. Had to get rid of Bruce there.
So we were reigning in England, and so the king and queen's one of the words on this list right here.
The queen.
She's gonna get wet.
I don't think she's going to get wet.
Southside, she will. If it rains.
I think the queen's. She's 6 feet under, so I don't think she's.
Well, yeah, but they're actually calling Camilla the Queen Consortium or whatever. I don't
even understand that.
I don't get it, but if she's going to be the queen ad hoc. I don't know what you call her.
Ad hoc.
So, see next week, CNN's hosting a town hall, and did you see who is speaking at this town hall? Donald Trump.
Was that a mistake or?
Nope. They're actually sponsoring the town hall in New Hampshire with Donald Trump.
Did they send out an invite?
Yeah, he's there. He's accepted. I mean, think about it. Here's your conspiracy, man. You got Fox News who's going off the rails, and CNN's got to get the ratings up. And what got Fox's ratings up was the Trump election in 2016.
Well, they haven't stopped talking about it for 4 seconds the whole time.
Yeah, now CNN's like, well, hell, if we can get Trump live, because when's the last time you really see Trump live on Fox? He only goes on Hannity once in a while, and I think Tucker Carlson just right before he was fired.
What was the last thing Trump said to a CNN reporter right to his face, though, when he was confronted with one?
You're an asshole. I don't know.
You're fake news. Get out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty surprised.
I mean, CNN's like, well, they've already changed management several times since then, and maybe they're trying to, hey, Trump brings ratings, so let's go get Trump. I'm curious to see how this goes and see how much they edit, but that should be interesting. I wonder if he yells, hey, fake news to the people sponsoring the event. Fake news.
You people are terrible. You're the worst.
Yeah. So, Melania, get my club, my golf club.
Quick, someone bring Joe some ice cream.
Yeah. I'm sure Joe will be asleep before this town hall starts. Yeah. And he's not even going to the king's coronation.
He's not.
No, he's just Jill.
Well, he was just over there. Maybe he should have hung out or changed his time. And did you not lock the...
I swear to God, he's trying to open the door.
Man, he's on it today.
He is. So anyways, but yeah, we're just Joe going over. I guess, Joe can't make the walk there and here and everywhere. He probably need a wheelchair and just too much.
He's running again. Well,
running from where?
Where's, he's got a little pep in his step.
He's
he only takes the half steps now, though. Did you know it? Did you notice that?
Joe so is it considered running, or is he going to be doing the basement for president?
Here's what I mean by the half step. So as he takes a step, the next foot will only come as far as that one. So I don't know. It's hard it just looks funny. Joe kind of looks like, when he's walking, kind of like one of those street signs.
He looks like he's an extra in a zombie movie. I'm sorry. The guy just looks like death walking. I mean,
you ever really pay attention to the street signs?
I do. And and I saw that on the list, but I'll let you take this one.
When I'm sitting at a red light, I kind of imagine what I can do to change them just to make them a little funny. Not so drastic where people will actually notice it, but when they do see it, their subconscious mind will be like, was that a... what was that sign trying to represent? Just what can I do to tweak that sign? So Miss Laura, she works in downtown Jacksonville, and they have all the don't cross or walk now signs, and she's like, they look like Sasquatch. And I was like, oh, I've never thought about that.
The lighted signs.
Yeah,
like
she says just the white ones. And I was like, oh, well, then that would be a Yeti or a Yahweh. That's not a Bigfoot Sasquatch because they're brown or red or the white ones. They're you gotta know where these Bigfoots come from. You can't.
So this is a continuation of the deer crossing that podcast we did.
Man, that's really. I hope you guys have heard that. I'll put a link in the description to this lady who calls into this and it's got to be 20 years old. I'm pretty sure I was just out of the military when I think I heard it live when it came out on the radio. This lady calls in just briefly. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'll put a link in. This lady calls in and she's been in multiple accidents just after she has passed a deer crossing sign, and she's contacted all the city officials, the Department of Transportation, that this sign needs to be relocated to. Now this lady has contacted her local officials. She's contacted the Department of Transportation because she's been in several accidents right near these deer crossing signs. They may be in a high-speed area on the highway. They may be in a blind curve, and she thinks that's extremely dangerous. And she wants to get her voice heard, so she called into the local radio station petitioning to have these signs moved to a more safer location, low-speed area, maybe even a school crosswalk would be a great place to move the deer crossing sign to so that these deer will cross in a safer place. And you can hear... You can hear the two radio hosts looking at each other. Have you ever been able to hear something you can't see? You can hear them looking at each other going, did you stage this? Is this for real? Does this lady think that deer can read the sign and they cross at the sign?
And she thought that's exactly where the deer all came out of the woods and they crossed in that one location.
Let me tell you, man, you guys got to listen to it. It's classic. It's one of the best call-ins for a radio show. It's so
there's
good.
No one this stupid. No one this stupid to think that the deer only cross at that sign.
Right.
But she did. And she went on. They're like, even the radio's like, let's get off this. This is bad. Hang up.
But it makes me think of the lack of diversity that's in our road signs from the Department of Transportation. I mean, when you just look at them, it's only black heterosexual males that are crossing the streets.
I've seen black turtles crossing at our beach.
Right. But you don't see Asian transgenders crossing the street. You don't see females cross. It's always a heterosexual black male crossing the street on the road sign. And I just think it's time. It's time that the Department of Transportation starts thinking about diversity and inclusion in the road signs. That's all I'm going to say about that.
You know, on that lighted Sasquatch sign,
mm-hmm.
I do see it turn orange.
Yeah, it's usually right when I step off the curb.
So I'm just saying.
Now I got to run.
Does the Sasquatch have a tan?
No. Does the Sasquatch?
Or is it Donald Trump crossing?
That's Orange Man. Yeah. Fear the Orange Man. Orange Man bad.
Okay. Hey, on a sad note, Gordon Lightfoot died today.
He did, man.
So
what a
one of the best musical storytellers ever.
So you caught me last year. I think we were in the mountains, and you said, "Can you name a song that has no chorus, no verse, no bridge?" And I'm like, "Well, that's not a song. That's a poem." And you didn't disagree with me, and I couldn't think of the song.
But you agreed with me after you heard it.
And then I've actually heard the song before. It had been a long time. It is
Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And when you hear that song, you're like, damn, there's no chorus, there's no verse, there's no bridge. It's a story.
It's a story.
And I don't know if anybody can pull that off like he did.
And I've not heard of songs other than that. I mean, if somebody's out there can name a song that, again, doesn't have a chorus.
That's good.
It's got to be a good song.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was interesting. That's a great trivia question to ask somebody. But how old was he when?
84, I believe.
Oh, well, he didn't die of something. He just
died.
Right. All right.
Old age. But no, he great storyteller. And I read the article, and they called him a balladeer. I had to look it up. I didn't know what a balladeer was. It's someone who writes ballads.
Yeah, he's never done a hard rock song.
So anyways, it's pretty cool. You know, yeah. He's a good musician, great storyteller, just good all the way around. So no, sorry to
yeah.
see he passed. That was
my favorite song by him was Sundown. That's a great song.
Mm-hmm. And if we wouldn't get sued for copyright infringement,
yeah,
we'd actually play it today.
Actually play a little bit of it.
But maybe as the intro and exit song. But no,
they shut us down.
You guys are gonna have to just play it on your own. Yeah. Enjoy the song.
I could play it and say, "Oh, he told me I could."
So
you can't verify that he didn't tell me.
I'm sorry. Have you been in Canada in the past 20 years?
I called him on the phone. I called him on the phone on Sunday. He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead, not a problem.
Yep, sad day there.
That's good.
Yep. And before we rate the bourbon, we'll close with, remember, the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
Man, that's profound. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
Mm-hmm. Think about that one.
Oh, I got it all figured out.
You got it figured good.
I got it all.
Let's see if you guys figure it out.
Now that you brought this up, though, I just heard this probably 4 days ago that there's a possibility mice have just evolved because there's
What's
many.
That mean?
You know, they've reached a cusp. They've gone to the next evolutionary stage, like crows. Did you know that crows are now, within the last 10 years, smart enough, if they're trying to drink out of something that has too high of a ledge, they'll actually find a bunch of pebbles, throw the pebbles in the water, raising the water level so that they can lean over and drink out of it. So they're actually smart enough to utilize tools. There's certain monkeys that are using coconuts to bust open crustaceans and hard nuts. And now rats in New York will grab a stick, trip the rat traps with the stick, and then get the cheese off of it. Multiple rats in New York are doing it. Who taught that rat to use a tool? So what did they have to see? So rat A, followed by rat B, approaches a mouse trap, and there lies the cheese.
So I guess the first rat gets the cheese in some case.
Rat A goes to get cheese, is murdered and killed violently right in front of rat B. Rat B goes, oh shit, he died, but hey, here's the cheese. So next day, rat B comes up to trap and goes, I don't have a rat A no more. I got to figure this out. I know that that's going to kill me, but I really want the cheese. So it finds a stick and trips the mouse trap and gets the cheese. I don't know. I just think that's pretty amazing, man. They're evolving. They're getting smart.
Wow. But my bulldog.
Please.
Just a couple more minutes, dude. Shut up.
We're on the home stretch, bro.
So with that,
Killing me, Smalls.
hey,
Anybody want a dog?
just run them for the hour we do this. Take them for a walk.
Damn.
So, all right, let's rate the bourbon.
Let's rate the bourbon, brother.
Hey, get out of this one, man.
All right. So what were we drinking today, my friend?
That bottle right there in your hand.
Barrel Vantage.
Barrel Vantage.
Again, this was 114.6 proof.
Yeah, I don't think baby sharks are drinking that.
You put that in your lawnmower, kick it to 4. There's a light blue flame coming out the exhaust pipe. This is some good stuff. The first bite of it there kind of was really sharp. Again, I like to be around in the low 90s range. So this one really got some burn to it.
But you know what'd go good with?
Cigar,
And
pistachios,
M&Ms.
Ooh. You eat M&Ms and bourbon at the same time? I've never done. I'm on a diet. I can't have no M&Ms. I don't think I can.
Not this week, anyways.
I don't think I can have
week,
pistachios either.
Next week you'll be at the ice cream bar loading that thing up with M&Ms on the. Call me a liar.
Prepare yourself. I'm coming.
So, all right, give me a grade. What you got for this one?
I'm probably going to give this about a 5.5. About a 5.5 is what I'm going to give it. It actually has a pretty good taste, not amazing back end taste, but it's a little hard for me. Some people may love it. Me personally,
Even melting in the ice, water down, it still has a little burn.
Yeah. Usually, the other ones that I kind of like about this time when it's watered down, it's super smooth. This here, you still got to be careful with. You still got to chew it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got a little burn.
Got a little burn
agree.
to it. But I'm not hating on it. No.
Even the flavor's a little different than what we've been having.
Yeah, it's got a good flavor to it.
It's good.
But it's just a little too high octane for me.
And, I'm going to give it a big round number 2. I'm going to go with a 5.
All right. So we got 5.25 on this one.
Yeah.
All right. That may be one of our lower bourbons. I have a feeling it won't be the lowest, though, because we've got some bourbons coming up for you guys. Good, bad, or the ugly. We're going to.
And this one right here has been the middle of the road so far. I mean, okay, it's actually been the lowest so far.
Right.
But
it's not terrible. If you don't have a choice and you find yourself surrounded by a bottle of that, go ahead and drink your way out of it. It's not terrible.
Yeah, that over Bullet any day.
Yeah. We haven't had that on the
podcast
yet.
Not on the podcast. I've had it in
I got a number for that waiting.
I'm curious if it changes, but I don't even have it here.
Before I even drank Billet, though, you told me it was terrible. So I think you put a subconscious seed into my mind.
Did. Well, I just didn't like it. I didn't say it was terrible. That's a harsh word.
I just said this tastes like. No, I'm not.
I just don't find it good.
Yeah, and
I didn't say it was terrible.
I may have jumped on your bandwagon with that.
I've said it was terrible.
I'm eager to give it another shot. We'll give it a benefit of the doubt and another shot. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, today we're talking about
Vantage.
Damn, I keep forgetting Barrel Vantage. So that's the bourbon we're talking about today. And again, I gave it a 5.5. Jimmy gave it a 5.2.
No, I gave it a 5.
You gave it a 5, so it comes out to a 5.25.
5.25, yeah.
All right, we're doing good. With that said,
that's a wrap. And
we are going on a cruise, so we went ahead and loaded this one up before we went, so that when we come back, you guys aren't missing us. We're also changing the upload dates. They're going to be on Wednesdays.
So first thing in the morning, you'll see an update. And with that, I'm checking out. And please do not be the first mouse.
Second mouse gets the cheese. Those who hoot with the owls at night cannot soar with the eagles at day. Drink moderately. Have fun. Be safe. We'll see you next time.
Peace.